Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to an episode of Fusion Hack for FitBody Lifestyle today. I'm just changing it up here with this intro, so bear with me. This is our shorter episodes where we want to give you some ideas of things you can do to keep moving forward, keep improving. I'm here, of course, with my partner in crime, Greg D.
Hola.
And the lovely Miss Arin Cahee, IFBB Pro.
Thank you.
And a magnificent woman here that we have been doing. We've done a couple of longer episodes with where you can learn all about her life.
Thanks.
So
Which we could have taken probably 12 episodes.
Yes, we had a lot of fun chatting with her and learning all about her. But there are a couple things that, we discovered through our time together. And I think we think these will be really great for the Fusion Hacks because there are things that you learned that other people can benefit from. So do you want to start by talking about what we learned in terms of health markers and how important that is?
Oh, just getting a baseline. So when I first started with you, I thought I could just jump into prep or something like that. Cause I look decent or whatever on the outside.
Well, you looked a lot better than decent.
You look fantastic.
God.
And so we just contextualize this. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
And you had a track record that was, an amazing track record.
Thank you.
So you had a track record of success.
Yeah.
So if for somebody who's maybe not as enlightened, the incentive to get labs and to get health markers identified might not necessarily be there. It's why mess with success? I'm doing really good.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. There was an underlining just a thing that I didn't know about baselining. I didn't know about paneling. I didn't even know how we were going to get started. I think I just thought I was going to get a training plan and then we're just going to get to it. But it wasn't like that, at all. You wanted to get a baseline and we needed to do blood work just to even see what we were looking like on the inside. Cause like I said, I looked fantastic on the outside, but I had night sweats, my stressors or my stress levels, they were high. I don't know. I just dealt with things internally, which when you do that and you don't know how to release it in a healthy way, you're just jacking yourself up, really. So,
well, it's also easy to get that. It's easy to get in a mindset of what's normal.
Yeah.
And we see this with food intolerances and other allergies is that if you've always lived with that, it's just something that you just accept. I know a lot of people that have IBS, for example, that, this is just how my body is. And they don't think about, is there a corrective action I can take to address that?
Well, and one of the reasons when we started working together, you were very successful at the local level. You had been successful at the national level, but hadn't quite got the pro card yet. And so it was what can we do to get just that little bit, just to push you a little bit over the edge to get you to that next level. So this was a part of that. And I always recommend a baseline for blood work, which I know some people go, oh, you don't need that. So I suggested that for you and you said, okay, let's do it.
I was down for it.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to know, even if you do, so what had happened was I had met Joanna when we went to the women's workshop.
From Hormone Logics.
Before we had even signed the contract and stuff, just so I can even get in and out with her. And she kind of gave me just a little, examples of what your panel would be like or whatever. And just examples of yes, I could go to a doctor, my primary doctor, or just any doctor for a checkup, but they're really not diving into the real issues of, just my body. So I was just
run a partial panel or something.
Yes.
You wanted to see everything.
Yeah. So I was way more intrigued with that too, really knowing because like I said, I looked great. So it's what do I need to fix. And like what you said, we're so used to being half-assed that it's like, I'm just used to it. Because like I said, I had night sweats. It wasn't like I was getting like adequate sleep at all. Like, no, I was taking naps at like 11 o'clock and like at 3 o'clock during the day, like in between clients, because I'm crashing, or I just got, in my brain, it's because I made a routine. So my body knows that it's 11 o'clock, so I need to take a nap. And it's like, no. So that's why I was more so on board with it, because I just wanted to know. And like, I don't really know my family history. So that was a big thing of why I wanted to know. But I'm glad we did it. Simple as that, because I found out so much stuff, like just about me. And it answered a lot of questions to why, like, you know, I was crashing midday, like why I wasn't getting really, really good sleep.
Do you want to talk about some of the things that we discovered? Are you?
Oh, I was like, am I allowed to?
Yes, you can. Yes, absolutely.
You're the patient, so you can disclose it.
Let me look at.
Yes.
Okay, look at. So I had found out that I was like pre-diabetic. So yes, I look good, but internally, I was.
Which, if you would have walked into a doctor's office, they probably would have laughed you out, wouldn't even have tested you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had found out that I was like borderline pre-diabetic. My LDL was high, and I had really, really high cholesterol. So everything was like, oh my gosh, like out of kind of twack a little bit. And like my, excuse me, because I always say this wrong, cortisol.
Yeah, your cortisol. Right. You did perfect.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say
which isn't surprising that your cortisol was,
cortisol.
Because of the stress.
So those were like, because I wake up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for work. So like I would have coffee at that time. Like I wouldn't do like the white light at all. So I'm just kind of waking up. I'll look at the, you know, the weather. So I'm looking at a blue screen at that and whatnot. God dang it, Papa Bear, I just had a head fart.
Why is that my fault?
I don't know. Anyway,
so you were talking about cortisol.
Yeah,
You're talking about waking up.
My cortisol levels were just high. Yeah. So like when I went to go get my panel, I got it done at like 11 o'clock, but you had to do it fasted and whatnot. And my cortisol levels were high then. Like, so just finding out like, oh snap, like you start off high or you're naturally high. Like, you know, it just helped me like really going in. And I love that Joanna went through my blood panel with me. So I understand like why my body's acting the way it is and whatnot, and why it responds the way it does. But just even having that conversation and just knowing what's on the paper and what's inside changed my whole lifestyle. Like changed my food, because like a lot of it wasn't even like necessarily supplementation. It was like, girl, fix your diet. Like you're eating like crap. Because granted, I love ice cream. Okay, I was doing it once a night, and the Ben and Jerry's is good. But
right, before bed, and your blood glucose level was off the charts. Your A1C was super high.
Off the charts. Everything is high. Like I couldn't even go and tell you. Everything was just high. So
right, which I mean, and I think this is what I was excited to talk about for this act, because you had you not had that panel done and made those lifestyle changes, it could have been a situation where you did end up full-blown diabetic.
Like I need a pin at that point.
Right, which I mean, it's like people think of, somebody who is diabetic as overweight. These things. So that, that's not always the case, you know what I mean? And so now you nipped it in the bud, and now.
And too, I will say like Joanna's really good. Like, so even with me, it's like, yes, like some of my blood work or just a lot of things came back high, but we also found that just genetically it's high. So I do need to watch out for certain foods. I need to watch out, well, mainly just foods. I need to be careful with my diet, because if it's already on the higher side, she pretty much explained it as like my body's working against me. So it doesn't matter how much training, how much effort I put into it. If I'm not really like targeting what's wrong and cleaning up my diet, it's always going to be a battle to try to progress.
Right.
So
interested in changing your life or stepping on stage? Join FitBody Fusion today.
Experience the FitBody Fusion difference with tools, knowledge, and community support to reach your healthy and sustainable lifestyle.
We guide thousands on their fitness journeys, from seasoned athletes to those who are simply seeking a healthier life.
Our expert coaches provide personalized plans and unwavering support, empowering you to thrive.
FitBody Fusion is more than just training. It's a community. We understand the challenges of solo fitness journeys, which is why we foster a supportive environment where members encourage and motivate each other.
Join the FitBody Fusion community today and unlock your full potential.
Head to fitbodyfusion.com to sign up for a free consultation.
And do it today.
And the other thing that was high was the TPO.
TPO.
So remember we talked about the...
Please help me.
Yeah.
Check it. They run through my panels and I know.
Yes.
But I don't. But I listen and I learn.
So what we wanted to watch out for is those things like gluten, dairy, some of those things that can cause the thyroid.
Exactly.
So you didn't have Hashimoto's, but
Thank you.
But the TPO is
elevated.
Is what we is the test we do to see if the antibodies for the thyroid are elevated, and certain types of foods can cause that. So the cool thing about it is when you catch it early on, and you make those modifications to the diet, then you bring the levels down and you never go into full-blown Hashimoto's, which this is one of my frustrations with, the medical world, is they wait until there's a full state of disease. Like you're fully diabetic or you're fully Hashimoto's or you have these things. Whereas for you don't have any of those, but you were knocking at the door.
I was seeing what's up.
Right. And the cortisol levels, like you said, and all these things are tied together. So now you realize like how important it is to make sure you're getting good sleep, that you're taking care of your stress levels, and that we talk about that every week.
I love that you gave me like mandatory yoga, like once a week. I do my mandatory yoga. And then like I do foam roll and stretch by myself, but like my yoga time, like that is shit. Like I could physically tell when I'm off. Like, and maybe it's not even just like physical and like my body, but like just it helps with my stressors. Like it's almost like sometimes I get anxiety because it's like, oh my God, I just didn't take time for myself to really stretch it out, to meditate and really like let loose. And when I first got with you, like not even a lot, but a couple of people would be like, what's so special about that? Like, why does she care? And it's like, why doesn't your coach care? Because clearly your check-ins aren't as in depth as they should be. And the crazy part, I'm pretty sure your coach doesn't have as many like athletes as my coach does. I'm just saying.
I love you. Oh my God.
I'm like,
but I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't have our health, we have nothing.
Exactly.
Like all the trophies and medals and whatever in the world are not worth more than your health.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you've made that so apparent. Like you're way more concerned with how I'm feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, so I can even optimize my day. Like it's so, and I will say one thing that I told Jamie when I had my consultation, I was like, oh my God, like I see you change so many girls' lives, and their lives are completely different. Their bodies are completely different. The lifestyle is completely different. I was like, Jamie, the only thing I want is to I just want to like a better lifestyle, like on and off the stage. Cause I've seen you do it so many times. So it's like, I will never understand like the naysayers, cause it just I don't have that experience, and I've never had that experience. Yeah, I may have to wait a little bit sometimes when it's not my turn to do check-ins, but you have your laptop every day, like everywhere, So that's
an appendage.
So that's the thing. Like, I love that it's not just about the glam and the stage and the pump up and, like you said, the trophies and whatnot. Like I thought I was literally only supposed to get like one blood panel. Like, no, we've done about 3, maybe 4. Like that's how detailed, and that's like by choice too. It's not like you're forcing it or anything. It's like you give these great and amazing suggestions, and it's like, okay, damned if you do, damned if you don't for the other people, but I'm going to do because I've seen it like time and time again with different people. Yeah. Like when I hear your name, it's nothing, or your name as like a group, it's nothing but great things. So, and ultimately that's why I really wanted to work with you, and I was hoping that you take me, but Yeah,
She made
it's
us
not
wait.
just, it's really not just stage.
Yeah, he's still teasing you about making us wait.
Shush up.
But I really feel like this is why you're such a great testimonial, because I've seen some people, make comments about, oh, why do trainers want you to get blood work, and they're just trying to make you spend more money on this stuff and all this kind of thing. And it, and also like how often do we do blood panels? And I do think, what the reason is first off, like you talked about, it's important to get your baseline. Because if you don't know where you are, then you don't know where you need to go.
Guessing.
Or down the road, if something happens, you have nothing to compare it to. So we got the baseline. And then the other thing is, once we get the baseline, if there's something that needs to be addressed, which you are a perfect example, you're beautiful, you're healthy, you're successful, you're killing it on stage. And yet there were some things that were starting to be problematic. Now we were able to correct those. And then of course the follow-up then labs are to make sure that we're now going in the right direction. Which has been exciting to watch these things continuing to improve while you still prep and do all these things. So you didn't have to give anything up.
Significantly better. Like I feel significantly better. And I love the fact that, like, I don't know if this is like your mantra or your motto or whatever, but like that just optimizing. You guys are all about intentional, or just intentions, and being intentional and just optimization. And I don't think, like, I think people use the word optimize very, very loosely, because I genuinely try to optimize my day so I'm better the next day. It has nothing to do with just the day and being present of the now, but it's like you said, it's longevity. Like, I'm thinking about
building block.
Thank you.
Right.
So,
because you're still young and you want a lot of years, both as a competitive athlete and after you're done competing as a healthy, happy individual that's able to enjoy your whole life. I know you mentioned your dad was it a 5-minute mile at 50 years old or something? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like, you want to be like that, right?
Yeah,
you don't want to be like,
legit.
Yeah. So, we're thinking about the whole thing. We're thinking about how do we keep you as healthy as possible throughout your competition career and beyond, so that,
because it's so doable. You see, how has Ashley Kaltwasser been doing it for as long as she's been doing it? Like, she's one of the ones that's an OG, but she's still doing it. I mean, it's not for me to say what she's doing, but like, she's been able to do this or sin like Gillian, like she's been able, like, it becomes more about the longevity and behind the scenes than actually on stage. And it's so unfortunate for these new age bodybuilders to only see that, like, to only see the influence side of things, because that's why you have people being like, well, why do you have to do this? Well, realistically, this is the real reason why. So I love the whole blood panel thing. That's changed my life, like, tremendously. Like, it's night and day. And when something does come up, or if I do get night sweats, I know exactly what it is. Like, I am so body aware. It's sickening.
Right. And you still get to make choices. That doesn't mean that the choice is going to be the perfect choice every day, but it's that knowledge of like, hey, if I do this, then the result is going to be this. And so I may pick and choose here and there, but I'm going to, for the most part, make sure I'm sticking to those foods that I know are going to really keep me my healthiest, make me feel my best, because I know it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to, maybe have some stomach upset, or I'm going to have night sweats, or I'm going to, you know what I mean? So,
and you're a really good, like, person to talk to about it. Like, I don't know how other athletes are with their coach, but it's not a hiccup. Like, you're really good at giving your athletes grace in response to a hiccup. Or if I decide, like, oh man, Jamie, I went off the rocker. Oh, like, I forgot my phone all day at an EDM concert. Sorry, but it's really easy to talk to you. It's really easy to tell you about, like, just what's going on, whether it's right, wrong, indifferent. Like, it's just, I love everything that you have suggested to me, and everyone knows I'm biased. If I like you, I'm biased, and this is not that. This is just straight facts of, like, I legit feel better. I legit am responding way better in the gym. Like, I shit you not, as soon as I got with FitBody Fusion, everyone was like, oh my God, like, there's such a difference. I'm like, it's only been a day. But like, I definitely feel like you guys have that type of impact. So, and I'm here for the ride. I totally agreeing with it, and I love it, and I could feel it. So,
Well, I really appreciate you being so open and candid and sharing the things that you figured out about your health and your blood work and everything else, because I think so many people can get inspired and learn and not be afraid to. I know it's really funny because sometimes people even tell me, I don't want to know there's something wrong. And I'm like, you do. You do want to know because you can actually address it. Like you wait too long, then it could be something that's, that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. You catch it early. Joanna tells her story. Joanna from Hormone Logics, we talked about for a few times throughout here, but that she had undetected Hashimoto's and ended up, having to have her thyroid removed and finding out she had cancer. And there was a lot that went on. If you haven't seen her episode, go back and listen to Joanna's episode where she really, tells you her story. What did they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
That's it.
Yep.
Wow.
So if we can prevent something, if we can catch something, which is exactly what we were able to do with you, then now you're not down the line having to go, okay, now I have to take insulin for the rest of my life, or I have to, something else has to happen. So I'm so happy that you're healthy and you're thriving, and I'm very proud of you and excited to keep growing together. So thank you for being here and for sharing all that.
No, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I really am appreciative of just this experience that I get with you. And like I said, being very, very close to you and Greg, like it's amazing. Like, and however I could help, like legit, like get your blood work. It'll help you like just be body aware so you can like identify. So at least you know what to do, dude. Like that's it. It's nothing more, no more, no less. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Like just do it. God.
All right. That's a lot.
And it was great. I think this was awesome.
Do you want to tell people how to get a hold of you?
Arin Cahee _ARIN
period.
CAHEE _
I love you. Oh my gosh.
And for everybody else, remember the 3 B's. Oh, before you remember the 3 B's, and the best place to start your blood work is to like, period. Wait, maybe we should do it that way. If you want a period between your first and last name, like, comment, subscribe, and leave your review on the podcast. And be like Arin.
Be like
Arin. Be like you. And remember the 3 B's, everybody.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other.
And be safe.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.